Normally, when we're doing the show, in the second act, I'd be sitting over there talking about something, but we've been off for so long that I've got more monologue tonight. I'm back here with another. And the first part of the monologue before the break, we were recapping everything from the past 5 months, and now we've made it up to today. And it was a big day because right here in New York City, a world leader came to town, Taylor Swift, who was at last night's Jets game to watch her new beau, Travis the Football Kelce, superstar tight end for the Red team. I'm big on the Reds this year. I think the Reds are going to do a lot. At the game, Taylor drank some drinks, hung out with Blake Lively, while injured Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers sat alone in the sadness box. I'm sorry. By the way, that's how it normally looks when you're watching the Jets. This is all great publicity for the NFL. Mere rumors that Tay-Tay might be at last night's game sent ticket prices surging more than 40%. Used to be you couldn't afford to watch Taylor Swift. Now you can't afford to watch Taylor Swift watch something. But, ladies and gentlemen, the Swift lift is not limited to tickets. Her maybe boyfriend's jersey saw a 400% spike in sales, and the brand of denim shorts she wore to last night's game are already sold out online. Everything she touches is instantly revitalized. Taylor, if this relationship doesn't work out, is there any way you can start dating one of our nation's crumbling bridges? Any infrastructure. Of course, it is not an official celebrity romance until they have a couple name, which is why I'm deeming the two of them Trailer Squelcy. Trailer Squelcy. Big Apple also got a visit from Donald Trump today. No, you're happy he was here. Because he's attending a civil trial that he has already lost. You see, Last Tuesday, the judge in this case took the rare step of issuing a summary judgment, ruling that when it came time for him to apply for loans, Trump persistently committed fraud by inflating the value of his assets and said that Trump was living in a fantasy world, not the real world. Yes, a fantasy world where he won the election, windmills kill whales, and this is 215 pounds. Now, This ruling was handed down by Judge Arthur F. Engoron, who can only issue a decision after 5 smaller judges combine their powers to form Engoron. In his ruling, we liked the graphic. In this ruling, Engoron pointed out that the former president claimed his apartment in Trump Tower was 30,000 square feet rather than about 11,000 square feet, inflating the total square footage by 300%. Why does he always use a big lie when a small lie would work? It'd be like a 15-year-old saying, yes, bartender, I would like a cup of your strongest alcohol. What year was I born? 1935. Let's win in Korea. So that part's already decided, and the trial is just to find out how much he's going to have to pay for his crime. Attorney General James is seeking to have Trump fined as much as $250 million. That's a lot of money, especially considering that, according to Trump, $250 million could be valued as much as $3 billion. Now, in those brief moments, in those fleeting moments when he's not appearing in court, Trump is out on the campaign trail. On Sunday, he was in Iowa, where he talked about clean energy and batteries powering vehicles and gave us this hypothetical.
If I'm sitting down and that boat's going down and I'm on top of a battery and the water starts flooding in, I'm getting concerned. But then I look 10 yards to my left and there's a shark over there. So I have a choice of electrocution or shark. You know what I'm going to take? Electrocution. I will take electrocution every single time. Do we agree? I will take electrocution.
So, in summary, would you rather me be your next president or have a butt where your mouth is and a mouth where your butt is and then have to eat a bug with your mouth butt? Trick question. I will take electrocution. We'll be right back.